Hi, welcome to the first episode of a monthly series of Bounty of the Week, a hack of Monster of the Week put together by myself and Rich Rogers. We're playing this game as part of May the 4th celebrations of Star Wars Saturday weekend. We'll be playing as part of the Open Hearth gaming community. We're using all of their safety tools, which we have all gone over with everybody here. I recommend that you check it out. And if you're watching this video just because you love Star Wars, then I recommend that you come join us. And every weekend you can host or play in a shared continuity of Star Wars Saturdays, which doesn't always take place on a Saturday. But if it's a Star Wars game, it's part of Star Wars Saturdays. So we have done a lot of the character creation and the team playbook creation taken from the excellent Codex of Worlds expansion that was released through the year for Monster of the Week, which we are again packed into the Star Wars setting of Bounty of the Week. And our team of bounty hunters operate out of a asteroid as part of a honorable guild house that has a reputation for doing things by the book. That leads to people thinking that they can take advantage of it. And our bounty hunters fly on their great ship, the Fool's Errand, which is fast, spacious, but unreliable and may well be stolen, much like many of the things, including their astromech B47C. And our team of bounty hunters have a rival, which may include the former owner of B47C. And I'm going to now ask our players to introduce themselves in character keeper order, starting with Rich.
Hello, I am the aforementioned Rich, who have lovingly hacked Monster of the Week into this thing. I will be playing Matthias Killian, the scoundrel, who I made up for a mini con character game yesterday that Donna facilitated. Matthias grew up on the hot and hard and difficult planet of Tatooine, and things went bad for him and his family there. He joined the rebellion, but things didn't work out as well as he'd hoped when he mustered out. He has yet to find his mother, he believes, in an imperial penal colony somewhere in the imperial remnants, and he's taken up bounty hunting to try to get her free, either by paying for it or getting enough leverage to force someone to cough her up.
Nice. And then we have Marty. Could you introduce your character?
Yes, I'm playing. Sorry, I'm playing. Oh, okay. My first time on Star Wars Saturdays. Sorry, Dash Tyler, the expert. He's the son of a political family that was very important during the Republic, and when the Empire strike, uh, he got betrayed by one of his own, and just like in a Jacobin way, you might say, they started killing all the family, and now this. But the most thing, the most painful thing for him was the killing of his brother, and he swore vengeance, and so his aristocratic way changed, and now he lives more like a cowboy than an aristocrat, but he doesn't forget where he comes. And so the politician faded into the shadows and became a bounty hunter, and his name is Luca. And Luca. And when you hear that name, you know there's only one Luca, and that Tyler is coming for him.
Nice. Moving on to Jolene. Muted.
Hi, I'm Jolene, she, her. I'm playing Janella Jantek, a character I've played since 2018 in Hunt the Wicked. She's a former bounty hunter, former Holovid star, sometimes current Holovid star, last seen in Passions of Mos Eisley.
Nice. Yes, very famous, most famous character in Star Wars Saturdays, I would say. And finally, Brian.
I'm Brian, he, him, and I am playing Arch Price, he, him. And he is the trainee who was leading a boring life, working a normal job, and lucked into a chance for some space adventures and jumped at the chance.
Cool. Okay, so that is our team of bounty hunters who are currently on what I've called their first bounty. It's not their first bounty, but it's the first bounty we're playing through. So the bounty for this is going to be 2 credits each, which is not a huge amount, but you know, we're only playing for 45 minutes. It's not like you're going to go for much harm or not even 45. But yeah, so I'm going to do this in character keeper order. Rich, who is it that you know what? Answer any of those questions that are there up till 7. You know, choose one.
Please. Oh, first bounty. Okay, yes. I will answer one of those questions. Who are you hunting? What for? What are they doing? What makes this complicated? How are your allies in need of use? I'm not sure
Or
what
of
that.
use. You know, so how can they help?
Or of use. Oh,
do they go help?
are your allies in need or of use? Where is this taking place? Oh gosh, I want to choose where is this taking place, and I'm gonna be a cheap. Oh, the pictures are gone. That's right, Imager. You hurt my heart, Imager. I'm gonna say that it's taking place in Cato Nemoidia. It's near the Nemoidian homeworld, and there are a bunch of large spires, and the cities are in suspended bridges between the spires. There's something in the Clone Wars or the prequel movies. I will find the pics again and post them up. But there actually is an old tab that I've unhidden for Cato Nemoidia with a little bit of a link to Wikipedia. Blah blah blah. Done. That's what
Nice.
I want.
Okay, I've put Nemoidian planet, large spires, cities and bridges between the spires. Cool. And then it is Marty. Would you like to choose one of those questions and answer it?
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
They're having a drink, trying to think about the hunter, the monster, the bounty. Sorry, the bounty of the week. They're making plans.
Cool. So drinking with their, you know, minions, colleagues.
In the canteen. Yeah.
Yeah, and making plans. Okay. Then Janella. The who question, by the way, doesn't need to be a name. It can be an abstract thing, and we'll just chuck it in. You know.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So who are we hunting? We're hunting a thief. They stole this relic that was, you know, in this museum on I don't know that many planets. So
well, it doesn't have to be. Just stolen from a museum.
yeah, stolen from a museum. We've been hired to not only, you know, specifically the relic is more important than the person, but you know, also bring the person.
Cool.
But if we don't have if the relic gets destroyed, we don't get anything.
Cool. What makes this complicated, Brian? Or how are our allies in need or abuse? How are our allies related here? And our allies are the New Republic Rangers.
Let's make it complicated by having our target be one of those shape-shifting aliens.
Claudites! Yes!
Yeah. Maybe it's Sam Wessel.
Shapeshifter. Alien. Okay. So I'm going to say that the obvious answer then is that the New Republic Rangers have given you this mission because they're stretched too thin to take care of it themselves. So that's one of the reasons that they will owe you a favor in the missions to come, right? So, what's the name of this one? Because I don't know what that species is, so I can't put it into this keeper. Someone just
Claudite. I got it. What do you need? A pick?
No, I need a name.
Oh,
Claudite name generator. Star Wars fantasy name generator comes in with a win. Pel Bessel. No, not Pel Bessel. That's too close there. Rimed Sleck. Who they are? Rimed Sleck. And they have a small crew with a small crew of helpers, thieves, other thieves. Oh, you know what? With their partner, let's just say with their partner, a weak way, who provides the muscle for their shape-shifting abilities. Cool. So they're in this bar on Nemorian planet in these large cities, and these cities and bridges between the spires. I'm going to say that this bar is itself, like suspended across another, like, I feel like these cities between the spires, like, inspires the rest of the architecture, right? So there's a lot of these, like, buildings that are sort of dangling down from bridges that span the gaps in between and back and forth and everything, right? There's a very, like, layered kind of environment, with lots of, like, vertical space and walkways and things connecting everything. And this bar is sort of like underslung in massive thoroughfare over a big chasm beneath it that is itself bisected by lots of other things. They're drinking in that. You know that they're celebrating, and that's where their intel is. So, what's the plan, guys? We go over to moves. We will be rolling the move. I'll draw your attention to it on row 112. Make a plan. When you make a plan to start a hunt or dangerous action, use the stat of the person who proposed the plan. You take +1 if the plan is supported by plenty of resources and people. You take +1 if you're basing the plan on accurate current information. You take -1 if there's significant opposition that would interfere with the plan. And you take -1 if there's significant dissent about what plan to follow. It occurs to me that sometimes that dissent would be a good one to have, like, an XP trigger linked to it, to like give someone an incentive to dissent, because no one ever dissents.
I like that.
Yeah. Marty, you have a plan you'd like to suggest? You're unmuted.
Yes, I have the move, the one with the plan.
That is your start of session move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you can roll that. If you'd like to roll that, that's a good kickoff. Does anyone else have any start of session moves? I don't think so. No.
Okay.
So the one with the plan is a retrospective plan. You spend the hold to reveal that you always had this in mind anyways, which could come in really handy if you roll a 6 or a mixed success on the actual make a plan move.
Okay. With what do I roll? 2d6?
2d6 plus sharp, which is a 1 for you.
Okay.
It shouldn't be that way. It should be a 2 for you. All of your stat lines are included 2 for sharp. You need to look at those again.
11.
11. Cool. Actually, a 12, because your stat lines, you've not entered the stat lines, but your stat line should definitely be a sharp +2, because that's the expert's main stat. But yeah, 11. So yeah, you which you can spend the whole to be where you need to be prepared and ready. And that can be, we'll retrospectively do that. That'll just mean that whenever you spend that hold, you're definitely in a place where you need to be ready. So whatever the results of the make a plan move that we're about to roll, if someone suggests a plan, I'm going to go and you know what? I'm going to play favorites. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask Rich if he has a plan, because he's the GM in all of these Star Wars games, and now he's a player, gets a chance to be a player. So I'm going to go first to Rich. Does he have a plan?
I have a plan. I think we know where he is. We are going to be stealthy and smart. And I think Janella, we're gonna use. Yeah, Janella. We're not using your fame because it just causes so many problems. So, I think that we are posing as either a server who gets close. Oh, that's Janella's role. And then the rest of us are patrons in the bar. So we're trying to sneak in him around, and then ta-da, we've got the drop on you. So I want to be sharp. I want to be smart and stealthy and clever.
This is
Okay.
good. No, I can be a server. That's totally easy.
So the plan is that Janella is going to be a server, getting close and make the first move, and then the rest of you are gonna, pincer movement, basically, right?
Yes, pincer
Okay.
movement. I say that several times. I just read about it. It's exciting.
So that sounds like a plan that involves talking, persuading, manipulating, or lying here.
What is it?
That
Careful, safe, stealthy, and smart.
No, I think the major this is the lying part of it, not the
Okay.
stealthy and smart.
I was trying to help you out there, Rich.
I literally said stealthy and care. Oh man. Okay, it's charm now. It's charm now. It's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine now. How?
Oh yeah. I just assumed that the scoundrel always had a +2 in charm, anyways. But stealthy. Yeah, I think stealthy would be more like, you case the joint and you're gonna like leap from the windows or something.
It's fine. It's fine.
yeah,
I think I'm
I like
very
this.
charming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So let's ask. Is the plan supported by plenty of resources and people?
I don't think so. Like the New Republic couldn't even send any rangers out here to do this.
Yeah, I agree with that. Are you basing the plan on accurate current information?
Yes, I do think we've got that part down.
Yeah, I think that Janella being able to be a waiter in here is good enough. They've got eyes on the target before they get close. So that's accurate current information. Is there significant opposition that would interfere with the plan?
Obviously not. There's significant. No, I mean he's at a cantina. It's easy. I know of no significant opposition whatsoever.
They're like a rival team.
Yeah. Is there significant dissent about what plan to follow?
No, I like this plan.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any of the others objecting to it? No? We're going to have to revisit that to give us some incentive to dissent, I think. Like 100%.
Yeah. I agree.
But okay, so that is a +1 on the roll.
Is it a total of +1 or +1 from those additives? Because I have a -1.
It's a total
charm.
0, right?
Wow,
Yeah, I think it's total 0. Some 0, and holy moly, I have not even gone to the roller tab. I am the worst. All right, 2d6 flat.
You can do it. I
Man.
have faith in you.
Gosh.
I'm gonna use the force.
Oh man, a 9.
A 9. Okay. On a 9.
Party splinters. I
your
choose party splinters.
Okay. So I think that what happens is, as Janella, you go up to the table, right?
Yeah, I'm serving the drinks, placing them down.
And
Can I get y'all anything else?
no, another round for me and my friend here.
I just love that outfit you're wearing. We're gonna get something like that.
Thank you, darling. It's very expensive. I should be able to afford it on your salary, but maybe if you treat us well.
That's what tips are for, huh?
Of course, puts it down, and like you can see that there's the weak way and this very handsome looking, like looks like a human at the moment, but it must be your target, right? Because they're talking to the weak way. And then that's when another one of them sits down, and another human who looks exactly the same sits down on the other side of the table and raises a glass.
Oh dang, I didn't know you had twin brothers or siblings.
We're really close.
You should have
a lot of work together.
I'm gonna need to come back and bring you another drink. It's just
sure. And then that's when the other one stands up and goes like, I'm just gonna hit the fresher. And I think that makes sense for why your party split, right? Is that now there's 2 potential targets in the room, and so the others are hustling in through the door, right? Like why don't we go over? So, Janella, you're on the one that's stuck on the table. One assumes, right, being the waitress, right?
Yep.
I think that being the waitress, by under your waitress cover, means that you may not have all of your gear on you, just so you know, like because you're undercover, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what gear you've got, but anything
Yeah.
that wouldn't fit with being vibro sword is probably not in your
Yeah.
uniform, you know. And yeah, so I'm going to ask Matthias, uh, where are you coming in on this?
Oh yeah, I think Matthias loves to be up above, so this cantina, he's up in the rafters, man. He's been moving along the beams and he's ready to jump down. And hey, maybe we have to stun too, guys. That's fine. That's fine.
I think maybe you've even crept into the space above the fresher station, right? Like, like GoldenEye, into the air ducts into the toilets. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take him down. I'm gonna take this one down. I'm doing it.
Um, Brian, are you Arch? Sorry, are you with Matthias, or are you on the floor with the other one?
No, I'm like I'm at one of the exits, I guess, just so if someone makes a run for it, they don't slip away from us.
Cool. Okay. And Dash, do you want to declare where you are, or do you want to just wait and spend your hold?
I'm gonna spend my hold.
Cool. Okay. So, Janella,
So sorry, how does it work? The hold?
you just put your hand up. Use the tell you what, use the Zoom thing of like raise your hand, and I will cut over to you, and that will mean that you are. This was the plan all along. That's where you are. Just in case, kind of thing. That's the hold function basically. So yeah, Janella, it's go time when you hear. You've got your comm links, or you see like the into the refreshers, and Matthias is taking that. Arch is on. You see Arch standing awkwardly in the doorway, leaning against it. you know, but yeah, either the weak way and the one in the broom are yours.
Okay. All right. This is great.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
So like as I'm going to get the other drink, I'm waiting for a moment when like, the weak way is gonna lift up his drink to take a drink, and that's when I'm gonna try to cause a distraction thing by using the power of the force.
Okay.
And try to move the material world with the force. Basically I want to make him knock his drink onto the other guy, like spill his drink.
Onto
And
the
so
other guy or onto somebody else in the bar?
onto his part. Oh, I
Onto his part?
mean, yeah, no, onto somebody else.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
then that'll start the fight.
yeah. So I'm like, the other guy would just go, "Oh,"
Well, it's
like,
expensive clothes. He'd be annoyed, but yeah, no, you're smarter. You're
yeah,
that's much smarter. So that's 2d6 plus 2.
yeah.
And that's a 7.
Okay.
So on a hit, I move it. On a 7-9, choose one. I have precise control.
You have precise control. So you take one harm just because you're not used to channeling the force. You're not trying to move anything bigger than a person. Yeah. So you have precise control. It goes straight over the Wookiee that's stood behind him, and it's this big, gnarled, like scarred Wookiee, and the Wookiee grabs rips a keg out from underneath the bar, and then just bashes the weak way with it, spilling and it goes flying, and there's absolute chaos. And the target is like, whoa, 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 look, buddy, we need to calm down. Like, what's going on? We kind of cut over to Matthias inside the vents. You're gonna fire out through the vent.
Totally firing through the vent. I've got a dirty trick and I've got to use it.
Okay, so I think that might actually be a act under pressure, maybe.
Ooh, doom, 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 doom,
Because it
doom.
feels like it's not kicking some ass. It's just how sneakily can you get
For
in
sure.
there?
I love it. That sounds fantastic to me. I will totally act under pressure because I am as cool as the other side of the pillow. And I will be rolling Got the drop on. 13.
13. Sweet. So what weapon was it you were using on him?
Oh, great question. I think that I have chosen my gear, and that's interesting because I don't have anything that does the thing I thought I was going to do of stunning people. So I guess it's my riot gun. Man, I really need to get a stunner.
I thought all blasters could stun. It was just like
Oh, well, I've got a holdout blaster pistol. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
just use that if you're
yeah,
okay.
like they have a
Yeah.
switch, don't they?
Yeah, Will didn't we had a bunch of conversation around stun stuff, and you
We
had
had a
an
bunch of, I think
opinion.
that,
I
like, you
can't
have to
remember.
fill up the harm bar before you can just use stun at the very last ones, you know, and stun's blocked by all armor, I think was the conversation we had. Basically, if you're
Well,
wearing
there's
like
yeah.
Stormtrooper armor, you can't stun them. I think that, yeah, I think the holdout blaster pistol can do stun. I think that if you want, that could be a holdout stun pistol.
Sounds good. Hold
Yeah.
out stunner. Sweet.
Yeah.
So I'll say it's a stun harm, S harm, and
Yeah.
that's what I've got. Thank you for being
Cool.
forgiving there.
So you know what? They go down, and then yeah, and they go down and they stay human. You know, Dash, the inside the bar, the fight's kicking out. What do you want to? Where do you want to be? You want to spend your hold to be somewhere prepared, and I think you know that is as this the other target is fleeing back towards is suddenly like sees the fight, looks around, and then hears the sound of a blaster shot from inside the toilets, and then grabs a bag from the table and begins to and sprints. Janella's, you know, like not quite able to just like grab hold of them, you know, because like being still on the other end of the bar. But yeah, so Dash, do you want to spend your hold?
Yes.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm right next to the prey. When
Oh.
when he doesn't see me, I'm behind him. I'm behind him. So
Okay.
I'm gonna use my blaster.
You're going to open fire in a crowded bar as well. Okay. Let's roll. I think again, this is an act under pressure rather than I think kick some ass at this point because they're just trying to get away. They're not trying to deal escape harm. I think the major danger here is that you're firing in a crowded room full of people. You know.
So I roll with 2d6
2d6 plus 1.
plus 1. Okay, let's hope I can aim. Oh.
You know, like and they just you know you step out and you like step straight into it and you got your shot lined up perfectly and that's when the weak way gets thrown straight into you across the bar by the Wookiee. Howls and it comes slamming into you, knocking you down. Your blaster goes sliding out of your hand, and this guy just jumps over your body, and he's running straight for the door. Arch, what do you do as he's coming up towards you?
I've
got there's a rush of people trying to get out of the bar as well, like pushing past you, you know, and like you lose track of this guy's face for a second. You swear he looks different when it comes back, you know.
Yeah, that's tough. Well, I have a non-lethal sonic carbine, so you know.
Yeah, but I think you might have to read
figure
about
out,
you know, figure out who it is in this thing, you know.
Sure. How would I do that? That would be okay.
Yeah, read about the situation. I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of people with expensive clothes trying to get out this door.
Yeah. No, that's 6.
That's a 6. In the push, you grab hold of one of them as the guy in the bag as you're running out the door, and they go like, and you know they're not the target. They don't. You punch one of them as you've been told that if you whip these shapeshifters like in the solar plexus, they can't control their shapeshifting ability anymore, and just suddenly there's this like Nemoidian like hunched over like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, this is an outrage. Janella, I guess you're probably ran after them, right? Like through the crowd.
Yeah, I'm definitely running, but now things are chaotic.
Yeah.
I thought we had this. I thought we had this. It was so easy. But I'm gonna search my feelings. Try to
That's perfect. I was
Yeah.
when you said a shapeshifter, I was like, I hope this remove gets rolled here because it's the perfect one for finding a shapeshifter in a
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, yeah, this seems useful. So I'm like, all right, maybe I can figure things out. I'm not great at this, but sometimes I get lucky. So it's 2d6 plus sharp. Ugh, great. I have to read. I really wish Roll With Me liked VPNs.
Yeah, me too. I know what you mean.
It's like, okay, constantly refresh. There's an 8. So hazy, right?
Hazy impression about something important, past, present, or future. I think that like you're focusing, you can feel that they're nearby, that they're there, and then like suddenly they're like above you, and then you look up and there's a like a hover speeder, like there's a guy Nemoidian on the floor and he's been kicked out of it, and there's this desperate looking like shapeshifter who's Claudite, who's reverted back as they begin to punch the controls, and they pull up and they go over the top of the bar and they go underneath it, so they're doing like a circle of it. Dash, do you have another hold you want to spend? And you can scream over the comms, like he's got a speeder, they're booking it.
You
Dash,
muted.
muted.
Yeah, I can't be on the ship, right? On the speeder.
Not with a hole on your ship, but you could have your droid, your astromech droid, having moved the ship into a holding pattern or something, right? Like, so where you need to be is on your comms, for example,
Yes.
right? Going like.
Can the speeder be like in the same line so I can shoot him or not?
You want to do that instead? Like, it turns out you knew exactly where the windows were, so you run up to the east side of the thing, and then when they call out the speeder, you're in a good position to fire. Yeah. Okay.
Let's hope the rolls are much nicer with me.
That's another act under pressure.
7. Yes, at least partially.
Cool. You can damage the speeder, bringing it down, but it's going to crash on that's the worst outcome, right? Like it's not going to land like immediately, but it's going to crash on like a lower level, and it's going to give the rest of you time to like pick your way out of this fight and like make your way down there, including Matthias, who is standing over this human who isn't the target, who's wanting to wash his hands in the fresher. Clearly one of their accomplices, but not target. Matthias, you guys are all, I think you're the first on because you can drop like in the refresher, there's like a fire exit that goes down like some, in the inspired city kind of thing. And maybe there's like like American, like New York style fire escapes that drop down. Like
Sure,
this
that sounds
kind
fun.
of like a circular staircase that sort of like spirals outwards, like on hydraulics, like going all the way down to the bit where the airspeed has crashed. And you're the first down there as a smoking speeder. Standing in, as you come down, standing down there is a figure with 2 spears held in each hand, and one of them lands at your feet and says, "You piece of bantha pudding! This is our bounty. Don't you care about the people you hurt? Look around you.
No, no, no. We got this bounty. Come on, Quill. Bygones. Come on. And I'm gonna try to try to stun her.
You're gonna try and manipulate her.
I'm trying to stun her.
Gonna try and stun her. Okay, I think this is a kick some ass because she's like ready for you to try and stun her.
Yeah. Oh man. I could try to manipulate her, but I think I'm just gonna try to shoot her. Like they could get away. Is that right? Like there's a crash speeder. They could get away. I need speed, so yeah, I'm just gonna kick some ass and try to stun her. This sucks. Not really. I mean, this is delightful and not a problem at all. I'm not worried. Tough 0. All right. Hey, it's a 7. On a hit,
Cool.
we
You
trade
sustained
harm.
Cool. So you take I'm gonna say 2 harm as you know, there's like that moment your eyes meet and like it goes like the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know, like locks in. You're like, look, we can all be friends, and then you quick draw out your stun pistol, you let off a shot, and as you let off a shot, she throws that spear, and it just goes straight into like, you know, your shoulder, knocking you down, right? So you're gonna take 2 harm. But
that
she
hurts.
does flip by it and then staggers over and stumbles. And yeah, you guys have the bounty in your grasp as they're coughing and getting out. And they have the relic in one hand as I think Arch, you've managed to make your way down there next. And they've got the relic and they go, get back. I know this is what you want. I'll throw it over the edge. This is actually what the bounty is on, is the relic, not the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I can.
You can defer. If you want to say you defer,
Well,
somebody else to come down and, you know, like stumble.
Well, I do have my crummy speeder bike, so if they're like threatening to drop it, I wonder if I could just get beneath.
Yeah. Okay, then if you want to do that, then we've only got 4 minutes, so I'm just going to say that happens, right? You take a step towards them, right? Like you got here next, faster than everybody else because you got your speeder bike from out the back of the thing, right? And you went straight down while they were clambering around.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Yeah, so like they throw it, and now it's and they're leaving. So yeah, Arch, roll me an action to pressure to go and catch this. I want to draw everyone's attention to the help move in this game is if you ask for help and somebody else gives it to you, they can increase your thing by a full rating rather than just a +1. A full step.
Do you do that before you roll or after?
After you roll,
okay.
Yeah. And if you know someone with the Force, then they can help out in a lot of situations.
Oh, yeah, that's a 6.
That's a 6. You're chasing down after it, and the speeder bike begins to, and you're not going to quite make it. Alan's reaching out. Do you want to ask for help?
Yes, I would like to ask for help.
I'll help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to reach out and like pull the thing towards you.
Cool. So I think that would be plus tech, which is, you know, we could never quite work out a really neat way of combining the Force and the tech moves, but you know, it's
yeah,
plus tech.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and that is
+2.
+2. Where is the assist move? I can't find it in the most.
Yeah, I was like, is there an assist move? I can't find one.
Oh, call for aid.
Call for aid. That's it. That's what it's called. Call for aid.
Where is it?
Yes, row 28.
Oh, okay.
So, and actually, the way it is that say you the players should suggest what the other person could do, and then see if they want to do it. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me roll. There's an 8.
8, so it's pushed up to a 7 to 9. I think that you're going to take a harm, Jolene, from using force, and Janella, sorry, and Arch, you're going to take a harm as well as your you clip like a strut as you're going down, right, and you're spiraling out of control. And I'm going to actually, well, I'm going to say, do you want to take a harm, or do you want to add the tag damage to your speeder bike?
I'll just take a harm, sure.
Yeah. So you take a harm and you manage to grab hold of it just in time, just as Dash, having contacted the astromech right on the comlink, brings the ship around with that door opening up. Sorry, Jolene, do you want to?
Yeah, I'd like to mark a dark path thing so he doesn't have to take the harm.
Oh, so it's full up. Okay, well then neither of you have to take the harm. So it's up to 10, because this dark path means that the road turns into a 10. So there are no consequences to it, because his move gets improved to a 10 plus. So you've now crossed out 2 drive boxes, I remember, which is not necessarily.
I don't know how this works, but I'm gonna just do I cross it out or do I fill it in? I don't.
Delete it entirely.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's gone now. You can't invest in your future. You turn to the dark side.
Fine, it's just faster now.
Yeah. But yeah, you grab hold of it and you manage to get the relic onto the ship.
Yeah, obviously I'm very angry. This was all set up perfectly. And then all of a sudden things I don't want to point fingers, but I blame that Wookiee.
So this is as the ship's flying off, right? The lights are flickering as Janella's going like, this was supposed to be planned. Like it was all going well until that carking Wookiee, and like the lights flicker slightly and the droid goes, but you make it out and everyone can record 2 credits. I'm going to say you didn't fulfill your team playbook style here. You didn't have Hearts of Gold. There wasn't any choice, so you're not going to get an XP from that. But everyone gets 2 credits. You can record 2 credits there. And we'll do that as we need to give the arrivals a ship as well. It occurs to me that has its own tags, so that we can have that. But yeah, as it flies off into the thing, you see Kel Shard being pulled onto her feet by Gilly Lowry, who's holding a huge rocket launcher, and she slings it off her back and begins tracking your ship as it flies off, and then a hand comes across and pushes it down, and Zola Gol says, "No, honey, it ain't. Now ain't the time." And Luke, a figure steps into it, just to see his shoulder, and he says, "No, we will catch those scum soon enough." And then, you're lifting off into space, and that was your first very quick, very dirty bounty. Maybe there's room for improvement there, but everyone gets 2 credits, and that's the end of the session. If everyone's got 5 more minutes, I'd like to do a quick stars and wishes around, but for now, let's say goodbye to the internet. May the force be with you all, and if you could hit the stop recording.